Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Prateek and today we're going to be talking about the 8K. Now I know I referenced it in my last video, however, I plan to expand upon it. Specifically 3 points. What is an 8K? When is it filed? And most importantly, how can the information from the 8K contribute to a change or a shift in a company stock? Anyways, let's get into it. So what is an 8K? Well, a simple definition is that it's a report that informs the shareholders when the company makes a strong, important, and major decision that will affect the overall stock price. It's a broad means of communication from the company to the investors via the SEC or Securities and Exchange Commission regarding information that occurs behind the company's doors. Thus, another name for this report is a current report. As you can see on the right of the screen from Tesla's investor relations page, there is no definite mention of an 8K. In fact, the current events or the events that go into the 8K will end up under the current reports tab. So, when does it get filed? Well, there are many reasons why. However, the main events include bankruptcy, acquisitions or disposals of a company or subsidiary, changes in executive positions, impairments at great quantities or significant assets, if the company changes its investment status, so either private to public or public to private, and modifications to stockholder rights. Now, hopefully, you have a basic understanding of the 8K. With this information, let's look at a few examples. First off, we have Tesla. On August 11, 2020, Tesla announced a 5-for-1 split of its common stock, a piece of essential 8K information that caught the media's attention. This mainly proves that the 8K is the method by which crucial details about the company's decisions are communicated to the general public. This 8K simply happened to get on the news due to its extreme popularity as a company and its recently rallying stock. We have this graph to observe the effect, indicating the range from around June of 2020 to October of 2020. Specifically, you can see the change in the stock price from around $275 on August 11th to $311 on August 12th, indicating a near $36 difference in the price. While by this graph, people may speculate it to be volatility, the other graph, in which the data points correlate to the number of transactions, proves differently. On August 11th, due to the information from the 8K, there was a high volume of buys. For an approximately $1,200 stock, the 5-for-1 split allowed for the stock to become more affordable, thus encouraging consumers to actually want to invest in the company. This only reinforces how important information can be from the 8Ks to investors as well as the company. Another example where the information from the 8K has contributed to the rise in demand or the rise in the stock price is Twitter's 8K in July of 2017, announcing the inclusion and addition of Mr. Ned Siegel as the Twitter CFO. Having taken over from Mr. Noto, he relieved the COO of his dual position, instilling more trust in the investors. Noting that there was an experienced person driving the financial side who had previously been an SVP of finance in Intuit and a CFO of RPX in the past, investors' confidence increased immensely. As you can see by the graph, when Mr. Siegel took over, the stock was at a low point in its time, with a price of around $17. Since then, the stock has been rising, only to have been hit earlier this year because of the coronavirus, in which even during that time, the stock only fell to $23 at its lowest. This only goes to show the change in the investor's attitude towards the company due to this vital information provided by this 8K is a contributing factor to its growth, although indirectly, this would have been a significant factor in the mind of investors. I hope these two examples helped you develop a general understanding of the 8K. Not only its fundamental, but the role it can play in a change or a shift in a company's stock price. If you would like me to answer any questions, please feel free to comment them down below. Other than that, thank you for watching. See ya!